Have you ever been in that position where you start out with a goal? You commit to it, you make your plan, and you're like, this is the time. I am going to accomplish my goal. Specifically, I am talking about fat loss. I'm talking about you create this workout program, or maybe you just say to yourself, I'm gonna get in the gym 3 times this week, I'm gonna eat salads for lunch, and I'm going to ditch the sugary Starbucks drink on my way to work. You commit, you feel really good about it, and then this is on Monday. By the time Wednesday comes, you've kind of started to relapse a little bit. You start falling back into old patterns, you start beating yourself up, and then before you know it, Friday comes and everything just is forgotten about and you are just knee deep in Oreos, ice cream's coming, pizza's coming, ordering takeout for dinner. Not that that's a bad thing, but you get what I'm saying. The motivation just completely goes away. Well, the reason that happens is because you are relying on motivation instead of relying on discipline. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 tips for developing discipline so that you can be consistent in your fat loss efforts and look and see those results that you are so desperately craving. To be more confident in your body, to have those clothes fit better on you, and to just be more present with your friends and family. Because when you're not at your best and you don't feel your best, it does leak into your relationships, whether you're aware of it or not. So the first tip for developing your discipline is going to be to eliminate motivation as an option. And what I mean by that is if you are trying to develop this habit of consistently going to the gym, motivation tends to creep in sometimes and say, hey, aren't you a little tired today? Maybe you should just sit down and grab a drink and sit on the couch for a bit before you go to the gym. Motivation is sneaky like that. It will try to convince you that your feelings are more relevant than the choice you made to be successful. So tip number 1, eliminate motivation from having a seat at the table. Kick that chair out of the way and just know that you have already made the choice to rely on your discipline. Tip number 2 is going to be to look back and identify areas of your life where you were disciplined. What was going on at that time? Were there other people holding you accountable? Was it in an area of work? Was it in an area where you took on a role, maybe it was a volunteer role or something like that, and you were able to develop this discipline? Really think back to that time and know that you are capable of achieving this discipline in the area of your physical wellness. If you've done it in other areas of your life, you can also do it in the area of physical wellness. Tip number 3 is so powerful and not many people do it. So if you take this 5 minutes today to understand why this is so important, you're really going to set yourself up for success. You want to plan for obstacles to come. You want to plan for there to be an obstacle that you encounter, but the difference is that you are prepared. So whenever you're facing a goal, whenever you set out to accomplish something or just better yourself, obstacles are absolutely imminent. They are absolutely going to happen. But what are you going to do when they happen? And thinking about it before they happen puts you in a position of power. It puts you in a position of control. And then you are not reacting to what's happening. So for example, you look at your week. It's Sunday afternoon, kids are out doing what they're doing. Everybody's kind of everybody's taken care of. It's time for you. It's time for some you time. And you're looking at your schedule and you're like, wow, this is a crazy week. My normal gym times, I had to switch because I now have client calls or I now have a huge project at work. So instead of saying like, oh, I just have to forget my gym routine altogether, it's like, well, where are the time gaps in your schedule this week? And when can you prioritize your exercise for that day? That is a golden rule to develop discipline, is preparing for obstacles, knowing that they will come and what you will do in order to prepare for them. And the last tip for developing your discipline muscle is going to be to commit to small goals to start. If you are someone who is just getting started in your fat loss journey, you're just getting back into the routine of getting to the gym or making healthier choices, don't overwhelm yourself. Choose to commit to something super small in the beginning and let that confidence build up. And as you develop that confidence, your discipline is also being developed because you can see that what you've committed to and what you've stayed disciplined is allowing you to be successful. So, maybe it's a 5-minute walk 2 days a week to get started. And maybe you feel like that's so small, but you do it and you have developed the discipline of doing that really small thing. So then the next time you go to set a bigger goal, you're not fearful. And you have that confidence, you have that proof that you've done it before and you can do it again. So I hope you've enjoyed these 4 tips for developing discipline. It is essential to your fat loss success. And if you need any help going through any of those tips, make sure you download the free guide below this video where I'll put the link to it. And definitely comment below on which tip you found most helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts and love to hear what you are excited about implementing and how you are looking forward to developing this discipline. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and I will see you soon.